Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving straight into a genuinely transformative blueprint for financial freedom. We're looking at The Book of Wealth by certified public accountant Brian Kim. Now, if you've ever felt like you're just spinning your wheels with your finances, doing everything you're supposed to do, but getting absolutely nowhere, well, you're in the exact right place. Brian Kim has distilled his own trials, errors, and ultimate successes into a highly structured, super realistic approach to building wealth. So let's just get right into it.
So, have you ever wondered why hardworking people struggle so much to build wealth? It's incredibly frustrating, isn't it? I mean, you go to work, you save diligently, you follow all the standard financial advice, yet you still feel completely stuck? You probably look around and think, am I missing something here? Does everyone else have some secret advantage? It's a really common and honestly super exhausting feeling.
Well, in the Book of Wealth, Brian Kim argues a really empowering point. He says the missing link for most of us isn't a lack of intelligence, and it's definitely not a lack of hard work. The real issue? It's just a lack of clear, actionable instructions. Think about it. We're always given vague advice, right? Things like save more or invest wisely, but we aren't given a step-by-step map to actually follow. He brilliantly illustrates this by comparing wealth building to baking an apple pie. Imagine having all the ingredients. You've got the apples, the flour, the sugar, the butter, but zero instructions. If you just toss those ingredients together in a bowl and shove them in the oven without a recipe, well, the result is going to be a total mess. Building wealth is literally the exact same thing. You need the recipe. You have to know how to combine hard work, budgeting, and investing in the correct order.
Which brings us to Section 1, the fast money mirage. Before we get to the correct recipe, we got to talk about the wrong one. The false solution that trips up so many of us, including Brian Kim himself early on, and that's chasing fast money. In his 20s, Brian was earning a pretty mediocre income and thought, there is no way I can become wealthy on this salary. So he tried to bypass the slow grind entirely. He turned to the stock market, basically treating it like a shortcut. And at first, he actually hit a home run. He managed to turn a $1,000 investment into a $50,000 windfall on a single super risky penny stock. He bought at the right time, sold at the peak, and felt like an absolute genius.
But he lost it. Euphoric and admittedly pretty greedy, he took that 50 grand and poured it straight into another penny stock, aiming for $1 million. Instead, the stock plummeted. He watched his entire investment and all that initial euphoria just completely evaporate. He realized right then that his big win was based on pure luck, not actual skill. Yet the allure of fast money is incredibly strong, isn't it? Later on, he actually tried again, this time leveraging stock call options. He got another exhilarating rush, managing to turn another $1,000 into $60,000. But he held off on selling, convinced the stock would climb just a little bit higher over the next day or two. But then disaster struck. Holding out for even more, he was completely blindsided by a sudden, totally unpredictable company scandal. The stock, along with his options, plummeted overnight. I mean, he was wiped out in a matter of hours. He learned the hard way that literally no amount of research can fully prepare you for unpredictable black swan events. The heavy toll of the speculative mindset was just immense. Even after a later win in crypto where he made a 10x return, he realized he had sold too early and missed out on 100x gains. The emotional whiplash of constantly trying to time the market, of basically treating investing like a scratch-off ticket, it left him totally mentally exhausted. He was spending countless hours analyzing, stressing out with very little sustainable wealth to actually show for it. He realized he needed a real plan. That leads us straight into Section 2, the simple wealth formula. Realizing that speculation was a total dead end, Brian made a major pivot. He shifted over to safe, value stock investing. But he hit another wall. He realized that spending 20 hours a week intensely managing a small portfolio to get an $8,000 return was, well, actually terrible math. When he calculated the time and effort versus the reward, he realized he could have earned way more by simply taking on a part-time job. The problem wasn't the investing strategy, it was the scale. He just didn't have enough capital to make those percentage gains life-changing. And this led to his true epiphany. Step 1, earn more than you spend. Step 2, invest the surplus. Step 3, protect your money from loss. Step 4, repeat. The brilliant simplicity here is recognizing that active income, the money you actually earn from working, is the initial engine of wealth. It's not your investment returns early on. It's your active income that really fuels the machine. So let's unpack that in Section 3, the active income engine.
Let's dive into the core math behind step 1, because this is where a lot of traditional financial advice really falls short. We're so often told that extreme frugality is the ultimate key to wealth. But cutting expenses has a hard floor, right? You can only skip so many lattes or cut so many streaming subscriptions before you still have to, pay rent and buy groceries. Increasing your income, on the other hand, that has absolutely no ceiling. To accelerate your wealth, you must focus your primary energy on the income side of the income minus expenses equals surplus equation. So how do we actually do that? By finding practical ways to boost your earning power. If you're an employee, it might mean aggressively climbing the corporate ladder or pivoting to a higher-paying industry. If you're self-employed, it means raising your prices to reflect your true value. Or it could mean taking on a side hustle. By maximizing this active income, you generate a much larger surplus. Then, and only then, can you passively invest that surplus in simple, stable index funds or ETFs without stressing over daily market swings. Moving on to Section 4, the power of mastery. So, what's the actual secret to unlocking that limitless active income? How do you actually command higher pay? Brian shares a tragic yet incredibly common story about a college friend to illustrate exactly what not to do. His friend kept chasing quick cash across 3 totally different industries. He started in accounting, quit after 4 years because he thought real estate would be faster money. He started from scratch there, saw no major gains after another 4 years, and quit to try marketing, again, starting at the bottom with entry-level pay. The result? 12 years of lateral movement, constantly starting over, and never seeing his income meaningfully grow. The absolutely crucial point here is that you have to commit to one field. The market disproportionately rewards true experts, not jacks of all trades. Whether it's accounting, real estate, marketing, they're all lucrative if you reach the top. Top performers can consistently earn up to 20 times more than those who are just average or good. Mastery doesn't limit you. It's the very thing that opens doors to premium compensation. Achieving this mastery really comes down to a daily choice between option A and option B. Look, if you're working 40 hours a week anyway, you can choose option A. Do the bare minimum, experience slow development, and suffer stagnant pay. Or you can choose option B, actively put in the effort to fully engage, rapidly grow your expertise, and eventually command that premium pay. It takes time. 10 years of experience is vastly more valuable than 2, so you've got to pick a field you don't resent and fully, completely commit to option B. But there is one final, critical component to income generation. It's not just about being great, it's about being seen. Once you've built that undeniable expertise, you must make yourself visible. If no one knows you exist, or they don't understand the specific value you bring to the table, well, the market cannot pay you what you're worth. You have to learn how to monetize your skills by making sure the right people actually see them. Which leaves us with a really critical decision to make. Are you exhausted by the fast money mirage, or are you finally ready to build your active income engine? Take a hard look at where you're currently putting your effort. Are you treating your finances like a lottery ticket, or are you ready to follow the recipe? Ask yourself, what specific step can you take today, like right now, to master your field, amplify your value, and take complete structured control of your financial destiny?